Hi, fellow crocheters. It's Janet with bddpatterns.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm so excited because in this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to crochet a really simple granny square, but in any size, with any hook, and using your favorite yarn. Those of you that have been with me through the years, I've mentioned from time to time that I'm just not a real big in the round crocheter. I don't know why. I find the patterns a little more challenging to write. They're a little more intense if you ask me. But once I started with this granny square project that I wanted to do because, hey, you know what? They're really popular again. And not only that, but I've come to like really appreciate them. So I'm going to show you how to make a granny square that is scalable. In other words, you can make it any size you want. So grab some yarn, your favorite hook, and let's get started. If you don't know how to do any of the stitches that I'm presenting today, which is basically a chain stitch, a slip stitch, and a double crochet stitch, then please visit howtocrochetvideos.com and you'll see those and you can just slow motion them until you get it. All right, today we're going to chain 4. Or conversely, you can make a magic ring. All right, now we're going to slip stitch our last to our first stitch, creating a ring, and now go ahead and chain 3. Next, you want to do 2 double crochets, and yes, it's always a little wonky when we first start out here. Don't get frustrated with it, just push through, because I promise after the first round it's going to be really easy. All right, so I did 1 double crochet. Now I'm going to do 2. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the ring. Chain 2, 3 double crochets again into the ring. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the ring. Chain 2 and slip stitch in the top of that that chain 3 here, just like that. Okay, now you've got your square. All right, next you're going to slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. Okay, now you can see it's starting to look like a little square, which is cute. All right, next in this chain 2 space, you're going to slip stitch right into that space. Okay, that is round 1. Now please chain 3, which counts as your first double crochet stitch, and then 2 double crochet stitches. Goodness, 2 double crochet stitches into the same space. All right, chain 2 and 3 double crochet stitches into that same space. Okay, chain 2 and 3 double crochet stitches into the next chain 2 space. See, what we're doing right here, guys, is we're going into the corners. That's all you're doing. So you're just doing 3 double crochet stitches after this first one, because that one's a little different because of the, again, the first chain 3 being the first stitch of the 3 double crochet stitches. So then chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, and we've got one more space here. That's our chain 2 space from the previous round. So go ahead and do 3 double crochets just like we did before, chain 2 and 3 double crochets one last time. All right, now after our last slip stitch, this is where the pattern changes. If you want to change color at any point, the best place to do it is this place right here that I'm going to show you. Okay, so in this pattern, I'm doing solids and two tones. So it's really super simple. If you want to change colors, this is what you're going to do. Follow me through this. If you're not going to change colors, just give me a minute so that those of us that are changing colors can do so. So grab your second yarn and we'll go on from there. As far as this method goes, guys, you can change colors however you want. This is what I discovered is the easiest way to do it with this particular thing. I'm just going to go ahead and cut my yarn now because I just want this color out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next color, and again, just skip this part if you're just doing one color, and insert your hook into that space. Join your yarn, in other words, pull it through. Okay, hold on to it because it's going to go if you don't. And then pull it through your loop so that you've basically done that slip stitch into the loop. And that way it'll be a nice clean color change. So then you want to chain 3. And I like to chain 3 before I do this. So now all you really need to do is just secure it with a knot. It's pretty secure, but I like to secure it with a knot, and then we're going to carry on with the other rounds. All right, so we're at the beginning, excuse me, of round 3, and all we're going to do is our pattern, which is 2 more double crochets. Oh my goodness, I am a fumble fingers today. I don't know what's going on here. This is cray cray. Just gonna get this in here because good heavens, sometimes I swear the yarn does this to me on purpose just to mess with me. All right, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so paint. This yarn is very soft, but it's a little fluffy sometimes when you first start a new skein. All right, so now I'm going to do another double crochet. So I've got my chain 3 here, and then I've got 2 more double crochets. So now the pattern is chain 2 and 3 double crochets into that same corner chain 2 space from the previous row. I'll show you what this looks like when I'm done here. Okay, as you can see, it looks a little odd, but if you look at it, if you just set it down, you can see, oh yeah, here's where I'm gonna slip stitch to join for the next round. So here we have our first chain 3 and then our 2 double crochets, our chain 2, and then our next 3 double crochets all into that corner space. Now we have extra spaces that are in the centers of each edge, and we need to do that. So you don't want to chain 2 in between the motifs or the clusters of 3, however you want to look at it. You just simply want to go ahead and do, sorry, I repeated myself there, 3 double crochets into that next space. Now here we are at the corner, so we are going to do 2 chains in between our 3 double crochets. It's funny, I used up a whole skein of this yarn and I didn't have this problem, but this particular skein just keeps splitting on me. If I had another one, I'd pull it out, but I don't, so this is it. All right, so we did our 3. Now we're going to do our 2 chains and then 3 more double crochets. Next, we go ahead and we've got a space here at the edge on our edge. So we're going to go ahead and just not chain 2, but we're going to go right in there and do 3 double crochets. Now here we are at a corner, so we have to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. All right, so I'm going to turn you loose and I'm going to let you do finish the rest of this round, and all you have to do is just 3 double crochets into the center of this edge, into that space that's in between the 3 double crochets from the previous row. You have a corner. We have our 1 more corner left, so in that one you're going to 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Here you've got another center of the edge, so 3 double crochets in there, and then slip stitch to join into that top stitch of the chain 3 from the start, and then 3 slip stitches until you get to the corner. All right, I'm going to take it from here. I just completed my 3 double crochets into that center of this edge, so I'm going to find that chain top chain of the chain 3 from the, goodness gracious, from the beginning of the row, slip stitch into that, and then slip stitch into the next 3 stitches, and I've just completed round 3. Well, almost. I have to, sorry about that, I have to slip stitch one more time into that chain 2 corner space. Now we're going into round 4, and what we're going to do is we're going to again chain 3, here we go, and then 2 more double crochets, a chain 2, 2 more double crochets, or 2 more chains, sorry, 3 double crochets, and we just completed the first corner of round 4. Now in this particular pattern, I'm doing 5 rounds, but I'm going to show you how to do as many rounds as you want. You just learned how to do a simple granny square. You learned how to do it in 2 colors. So now you just need to know, where do I go from here? All right. So as you can see, we have this pattern that's developing. All right, we have our corner where there's a chain 2 space. we have this space that's located at the edge now between two, because every round we increase by two. So the next round will actually have 3 of these 3 double crochet clusters on the edge. When you get to the corner, that's where you always do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So I'm just going to go around with this verbally, and then I'm going to turn you loose, and you can do it because we've done it twice or 3 times now. So you've got this. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets in this space here, chain 2, 3 double crochets, always the same in the corner, always the same in between. 3 double crochets into that space, 3 double crochets into that space, 3 double crochets into the corner, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets into the corner, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and we'll meet back when you're right here on this last 3 double crochet cluster. All right, so I did all my double crochets, and now I'm going to slip stitch to join my last stitch to the first stitch, which is actually the top of the chain 3 from the beginning of the row. All right, and now I'm just going to slip stitch those next 3 stitches. And actually I skipped a stitch, but I'm not going to worry about it. A slip stitch, and well, yeah, I'll fix it because that's not right. See, this is what happens. You got to make sure that you get into the top of that turning chain, and what I did was I just skipped it, because otherwise you'll have a lump, and you saw that there, how I did that. So again, 1, 2, 3 slip stitches. Yay, I did it right that time. Okay, and now I'm at the corner. All right, I just wanted to show you something. Yes, I am going to be doing 3 projects for you guys with this simple granny square. So if you learn this, I'm going to show you 3 projects that you can use this exact same pattern for, only just a little bit of a different variation. So this is for my up and coming pattern. I'm not even going to say what it is because I'm so excited about it, but it's a very popular women's wear garment. So back to this. What this is going to be is this is going to be a blanket or a car seat cover. So I have here, and you can count your rounds. Let me show you a little hack. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 rounds here. And with this particular square, I need to do 5. And here's an even bigger one. And I have one that's like actually 12 inches. So it's pretty crazy. But again, the technique is very simple. Once you get past the second round, it's just a constant repeat of making your corner, which again is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then you simply 3 double crochet into each space up into the corner space, and then in the corner space you repeat with a 3, 2, 3. All right, and you just do that all the way around, and then you join at the top of that chain 3, which we do at the beginning of the round, and then you do 3 slip stitches, and then I like to end mine by doing that last slip stitch into, I just feel like it pulls it up and makes it more of a perfect square. Plus it gives you a solid single crochet stitch to, or a solid stitch to join. And we're going to be talking about joining in another video. But that's it. All right, so for this particular pattern, you're going to want to do this, what we just did here with this, and you're going to want to do it for 1 more round, because this is 4 rounds and we need to have 5 rounds. And then of course for the pattern video, I will go into specifics for that so that you can make this beautiful baby blanket. I am going to show you how to fasten off and weave tails, and I don't know if this is the right way to weave the tails when we get to that, but this is how I do it. So remember when I said I want my last stitch to be that slip stitch into the space? I just feel like it brings it up, and then I just cut my yarn. And I fasten off. Now, you can see this is obviously going to be the right side, all right? And this is going to be the wrong side. So what I do with this is when I've got my yarn change right here, I just go into these stitches right here and I just pull it through. And then I look for another set of stitches that I can just pull it through. And there we go. I don't get into really like too much on this weaving of the tails because look, there's a lot here going on, and I don't really think it's necessary to concern yourself so much with it. As long as you get them in there, they're not going to go anywhere. But I do like to do them in those top loops of the same color, just into those stitches. All right, and I try to bend it over that way. Okay, and then you can do the same with this one, and then of course the corner is the same. And once you weave them in, it looks just like this and like this. This is the right side. You can see it kind of domes up a little bit in the center, and this is the wrong side. All right, I hope you share your scalable, maybe you made a huge one, maybe you made a dinky one, I don't know, but I'm excited to see what you guys do. I also want to mention that I am giving away this pattern free on facebook.com/BDD Insiders. If you want to join my group, you just have to answer 3 simple questions, and I'll be honest, if you don't answer the questions, I don't want you in the group. Because this group is going to be getting a lot of free stuff. And not only that, but I expect people to participate. If you're new, that's okay. Your participation level could just be, hey, I like this pattern, or maybe you have a question. But BDD Insiders on Facebook is a great group. It's growing, it's brand new, and we're getting more and more people every day. So answer the questions, and I'll see you there on the inside. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that it blesses you, and I hope that you have a very blessed day.